What's going on, people? I know it's been a while, but I'm back. I've been busy with, uni applications, some health problems, but enough of that. We have Pokemon to look forward to. Now, as we look at our teams, you can see that I am running a variant of the team I used a couple of battles ago. I replaced Latias with the Excadrill, Thunderous, the Tyranitar, but actually I replaced a lot of Pokemon with Charizard. Why? It's still more or less the same function, but I replaced Charizard. No, I didn't replace Charizard, I replaced everyone else apart from Charizard, but like, for example, the car is basically the same as Keldeo, except with different moveset, obviously, but it's still running choice specs and a fighting move, and that sort of thing, And on the other side, we've got a nasty Trick Room team. Funnily enough, when I saw the team, I didn't think of Trick Room immediately, because I'm just dumb. But he's running the Mega-Mawile and the Aegislash, which are both very scary Pokemon. They've actually been banned to Uber tier in the Smogon rules, but I'm a cool guy and I'm desperate for a battle, and so I didn't really care, and so I just played the battle anyway. Let's get in. SMOTY was his name. He was on in the Twitch chat on a live stream I was watching. Looking for a battle, so I obliged. Now, he's going to send in his Cofagrigus, which is obviously his Trick Room read, but I wasn't really paying attention during the team preview, and I didn't realise it was a Trick Room team, so he's going to go ahead and set the Trick Room up. That's not too much of a problem right at this moment, as long as he doesn't switch out immediately. Since Trick Room only has, 5 turns to be effective, if he doesn't switch out immediately, then he's not going to be able to get much offensive pressure down with the Trick Room still up. So he's going to get his Trick Room on. It's going to Toxic me as I get the burn off on him. Burn doesn't really matter to him too much, but it kind of helps cut off his leftover recovery a bit. Meanwhile, I'm Poison, which is going to rack up over time. So obviously I don't want to hang around too long against this thing. SMOTY's probably thinking the same thing. He actually switches out as well into Druddigon. He's a pretty slow Pokemon. I guess he does I don't think he's very strong, but like in a Trick Room, he's going to be stronger than he is outside of a Trick Room. So I guess if there's any time to pretend to be viable, it's going to be right now. But regardless, I'm going to Volt Switch out anyway. Since I saw him switch out, it says Volt Switch goes after the Hard Switch. I'm going to be able to pick a nice counter, nice check to this thing. And it's going to be my Landorus Incarnate, obviously with the Landorus Incarnate, Landorus Theon. What am I saying? With the Intimidate, and it's going to be able to take that Outrage very nicely. I don't even think that's a 3-hit KO, it's maybe like a 4 or 5-hit KO, so I'm just going to get out my Stealth Rocks and chill a bit. He gets the 2-turn Outrage, so he's going to get confused right now, but it doesn't matter too much since it has the Lumberry. And I'm going to try and get a bit of damage off with the Earthquake. 6 up in Pish, max HP, max defense. It's not going to... It does a reasonable amount, actually. I was surprised by how much damage it did. But, see, right here, the... Oh, I didn't notice the Trick Room ran out right on this turn. I wasn't sure when it ran out. I just saw the Cofagrigus use Trick Room again, so I wasn't really sure... I wasn't really sure what it got, so actually, if I knew that, he probably expected me to just go straight for the Earthquake again, seeing as Trick Room would get me with another Sucker Punch. So that could have been a good play, but I'm an idiot. As you can see right here, actually, as well, I'm also an idiot. So I'm an idiot for the first time because I just switched out even though the Trick Room ran out. I'm an idiot the second time because I tried to use Aura Sphere on the Druddigon, which was a really obvious play, as he switched out into the Cofagrigus. Now, SMOTY probably expected a close combat, which is why. So now, not only have I not done any damage, I've also revealed that my Lucario is in fact a special, and also probably specs as I switched out again, because Lucario does get Shadow Ball, gets Dark Pulse as well, so it's pretty bait that that I'm choiced at that point, because I could have just switched moves very easily. So my Lucario doesn't really do much, no surprise factor or anything, as I just brain farted basically. Cofagrigus is almost dead. I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch, try and just finish it off a bit, but it's survives on a sliver of health, and I think the Burn should be able to finish it off even after the leftovers recovery. Don't quote me on that because I can't quite remember. I think maybe... No, I think it dies. It dies right here. So my Lucario is just chilling, waiting for the next Pokemon, which is a Conkeldurr. Now, what did I do here? I expected him to predict me to switch, to be honest, because Lucario staying in his down is very obvious. I could have just went straight back into my Landorus, which I was expecting he would predict to go for the Ice Punch, but it turns out it doesn't have Ice Punch. But if it did have Ice Punch, even if it doesn't have it, it still has Rock Slide, as we're about to find out very shortly. But honestly, I was expecting Ice Punch or Rock Slide instead of Drain Punch, because staying in would be very obvious, and I know he has the Trick Room up. But even so, he goes for the very safe play, as I try to do something perhaps a little too fancy, I don't know. But my Landorus is going to be able to completely wall this Conkeldurr. I think at this moment I realise it doesn't actually have Ice Punch as it switches out. Now, this Mawile has an Intimidate, gonna get Intimidate. Oh! Yeah, this was the one time. Right, I saw how much damage the Rock Slide did after the attack drop, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna stay in a turn and just hit something with an Earthquake. And that something was a Mawile as he switched out, because he couldn't take not doing any damage anymore. So at this moment, I'm expecting a Sucker. Hold on, how do we? I don't know what I'm doing in this game. I am honestly all over the place. I was expecting an Iron Head, I suppose. No, what was I even thinking? Oh yeah, I remember. Charizard resists all of the stabs. Resists Iron Head, resists Play Rough because it's a fire type. Sucker Punch won't hit it. Swords Dance, well, if it's Swords Dance, it's too risky for it to go for a Swords Dance at this point. So I figured, you know, I could just switch to Charizard. It's probably going to be fine. But no, Iron Head still 2-hit KOs Charizard, and I imagine Play Rough would do even more. So, as you can see, that's why Mega-Mawile was banned. 2-hit KOing the entire metagame, as they say. The Sucker Punch, I was in a daze by how much damage the Mawile did, so I just pressed any button and I got Sucker Punched. Because even though it was obvious, I was just too annoyed, because my Charizard at that health couldn't do anything to the Mawile. I mean, I could have switched out, but I didn't want to risk getting a Swords Dance save either. So, I mean, I didn't feel like there's anything else I could do. I mean, maybe the switch would have been better, but at that point I was just really annoyed that the Iron Head is actually that strong to 2-hit KO, even though I resist it. I mean, I know Charizard Y is pretty squishy, but jeez Louise, I think it's ridiculous. I am not sad to see the back of it, as it leaves my beloved metagame. Now, I'm going to go into my Tyranitar as Thingamajig goes into its Aegis Slash. I have the Fire Blast. I don't want to risk it like using King Shield and making me get a attack drop, so I'm going to go for the Fire Blast in fact. But that's not a good thing, since it actually gets the weakness policy off and hits me with a Flash Cannon. Now luckily I am a Salt Vest Tyranitar and I have the Sand Up as well, so I'm going to barely survive that Flash Cannon. And even more barely, I'm going to survive the next Shadow Sleek with a sliver of health left. Really, my Tyranitar is seriously coming through right now. I mean, that was a game-changing moment, to be honest. I think that's really got the momentum back in my favour. I mean, it's just definitely not killing the Mega-Mawile or anything with the Earthquake, but that really cemented it, you know. Reuniclus comes out, I don't care, I'm just going to go for the Crunch. Because Reuniclus is slow, I mean, this is a Trick Room team, remember. And Mawile, with 1 health left, is going to die to the Stealth Rocks. And that's going to be game. So, that was actually a fun battle. I guess the thing about the Trick Room team is that, oh, hold on, yes, what do I say? I'm finishing this way too early. That's quite impolite of me. So, I'm gonna go back out to my Landorus, since I don't want to get hit by a fighting move and like lose my Tyranitar just for the sake of it. He's actually gonna try to go. Oh yeah, my Tyranitar have 3 HP. Of course. Oh my god, I'm losing my train of thought. I'm forgetting things as soon as it comes out my mouth. So I'm going to go back to my Landorus, get the Intimidate drop, and since Conkeldurr doesn't have Ice Punch, he can't do anything to my Landorus. I completely wall him, and so speaking of finishing things early, SMOTY's just going to forfeit right there. So, good game. I guess the lesson we can all take from that is if you have a Trick Room team, you have to have a contingency plan in the back, or just not lose your trick room, or have a backup trick room. And otherwise, yeah, run Ice Punch or your Kogeda. I don't know what the final sound of the Kogeda was. It's what, Mach Punch, Drain Punch, Rock Slide. Maybe it's Fire Punch for the last move, I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna be the battle, and that's gonna be it. I shall hopefully see you some point in the near future. If you like that video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you like that video, be sure to hit the like button. Duh. Anything else I need to say? Just enjoy the music for a bit. No, I think I'm dragging this out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.